broke, stressed, and completely lost with money. That was me exactly 6 months ago. Then I found something that changed everything. And no, it was not a stock tip, a crypto scheme, or a hustle bro selling a course. It was a 25-cent Bible from a garage sale. My first reaction? I laughed. My second reaction? I opened it. My third reaction? I stopped laughing very, very fast. 6 months later, that same broke guy had over $10,000 sitting in savings, using principles written over 3,000 years ago. What if the most powerful money advice on the planet has been sitting on people's shelves collecting dust for centuries? Would you want to know? This is the story of how 3 ancient financial laws rebuilt my relationship with money from the ground up, and they cost me nothing to learn. Stay with me for the next 8 minutes. I'm going to show you the exact 3 principles, and by the end, you will understand why most people are still broke. Some people are going to roll their eyes at this. That's fine. Their bank accounts will keep doing what they have always done. Nothing. From ancient farmers in the Middle East to medieval merchants to a regular guy with a maxed out credit card. The same system, the same results. This is the story of 3 laws. Let us begin with law number 1. Let me paint you the picture. I had 3 credit cards, 2 streaming subscriptions I forgot about, and a savings account with the confidence of a damn napkin. I was not bad with money. I was spectacular at giving it away to things I did not need, including, I am not proud to say, a juicer I used twice. It was a Saturday in October. I was at a neighbor's garage sale. I was not looking for wisdom. I was looking for a cheap lamp. I opened it just to see, and on one of the first pages I turned to, there was a verse about money. Then another. Then 3 more. Then I sat down. Law number 1 is called the tithe. And before you run away, this is not a church sermon. This is math. The ancient principle, give 10% of everything you earn, first before anything else. Not what is left over. First. This trains your brain to live on less immediately. Ancient farmers were commanded to give the first portion of their harvest, not the leftovers. Why? Because generosity before scarcity rewires how you see resources. I started giving 10% of every paycheck first, before rent, before food, before anything. Within 2 weeks, I felt strangely more in control. The math started to work. Something weird happens when you give first. You stop spending like someone who has nothing to lose, and start spending like someone who has something to protect. Law number 2 comes from an ancient farming practice called gleaning, and it is the single most powerful budgeting metaphor I have ever encountered. Ancient law said farmers could not harvest to the very edge of their fields. They had to leave a margin for the poor, yes, but also for themselves in lean times. The gleaning principle in modern life is simple. Never harvest your income to the edges. Always leave a margin. Budget to 80%. Let the last 20% work for you. Medieval merchants who survived economic crashes shared one habit. They never spent everything they earned in a boom. They kept a reserve, a margin, as if the harvest might fail next year. Why month 3 of applying the margin principle? I had saved more in 90 days than I had in the previous 2 years. The math is embarrassingly simple once you respect it. Law number 3 is the one nobody talks about, and it may be the most psychologically powerful of all 3, the Jubilee Reset. Every 50 years in ancient Israel, all debts were canceled, all property returned, all slaves freed. It was a full economic reset built into the law. The modern Jubilee is not about waiting for the government to erase your debts. It is about resetting your internal relationship with money and refusing to let past financial mistakes define your future. I stopped telling myself I was bad with money. I stopped carrying my past as identity. I reset, and that mindset shift alone unlocked a level of discipline I had never accessed before. 3 laws. Give first, 10% always. Spend less than you earn, protect the margin. And reset the mindset. Refuse to be defined by past failures. So here's what the 6 months actually looked like. Month by month, law by law, dollar by dollar. The first 2 months were genuinely uncomfortable. Giving 10% felt insane. Living on a margin felt like punishment. I almost quit 6 different times. I did not quit. And then I saw the ad. A finance influencer. A $5,000 course. 3 pillars of his system. Give first. Lie below your means. Reset your money mindset. His 3 pillars. The Tithe. The Gleaning Principle. The Jubilee Reset. Different names. Different packaging. 3,000 years older. 25 cents. Versus $5,000. The real twist is not that the Bible beat a $5,000 course. The real twist is that wisdom has always been free. We just chose not to look where it lives. Month 3 was the turning point. The margin was working. The tithe had become a habit, not a sacrifice. And for the first time in years, I stopped dreading checking my bank account. Month 4 felt like a cheat code had unlocked. Savings were compounding. Habits were automatic. The system was running itself. This is what 3,000-year-old wisdom actually feels like. Month 5. An $800 car repair landed out of nowhere. Old me would have used a credit card. New me used a margin, and the account did not even blink. Month 6. $10,247. Sitting in savings. Saved by a book that cost me 25 cents. Let that land for a moment. But here's what I did not expect. It was not just the money that changed. My posture changed. My decisions changed. My relationship with time changed. That 25-cent Bible now sits on my desk, is highlighted, is dog-eared. And every month, when I follow the 3 laws, it reminds me that wisdom does not expire. These are not shortcuts. They're not magic. They are disciplines, ancient, tested, and available to anyone who picks them up and actually practices them. Whether you earn $1,000 a month or $10,000, the percentage principle scale, the margin principle scales. The mindset reset works for anyone, anywhere, starting today. I'm not a preacher. I'm not a theologian. I'm just a person who was broke, found a book, and decided to trust what it said. And I am genuinely grateful that I did. 3 laws. Give 10% first. Spend 80% max. Reset the money mindset monthly. That is the entire system. It fits on one page. It always has. If this resonated with you, if something in these 3 laws clicked, I want you to do one thing right now. Not tomorrow. Right now. Subscribe to this channel. Not because I asked, because Proverbs 4 verse 7 says, wisdom is the principal thing. And this channel is dedicated to bringing ancient wisdom into your modern life every single week. If you know someone who is struggling with money and quietly drowning in it, share this video with them. This is the kind of thing that changes the trajectory of a life. The best financial advisor I ever had cost me 25 cents at a garage sale. The session lasted about 6 months, and I'm still enrolled. See you next week. Thank you for watching. Ancient wisdom, modern results. New video every week. The scroll is always open.